focus to a CNBC TV 18 exclusive. You can see Kritika is in conversation with the management of Essar. Let's go across to her.
Aegis as a whole has been sold off altogether. The buyer is Capital Square Partners. I have with me Sandip Sen, the CEO of Aegis, and I also have Sudip Rungta, who handles the M&A division for Essar. So we'll go into the relevance for Essar in just a bit, but Sandip, the fact is that this has been an acquisition in waiting for a long time. Take us through the contours of the deal in terms of the timeline and in terms of the value that this brings on board.
Look, so the deal is essentially that Essar has divested Aegis, and Aegis is now 100% going to be owned by CSP, Capital Square Partners. I think the deal will take about 30 to 45 days. But I think the importance of the deal is that while Essar has been a great sponsor, what this deal brings to the table, in my mind, is 3 C's. One is capital, capital for growth, capabilities, new capabilities that are necessary in the BPO business, robotics, analytics, artificial intelligence, and connections or networking. The fact that we can tie up with startups, with a bunch of other people as we get into the next level of. So I think it's a very good deal for Aegis employees and Aegis customers.
Okay, so that's the relevance for Aegis. I read the press release and I read the point which said that we are not disclosing the value, but the fact is that this will help Essar bring down debt to an extent. The buzz in the market has been that the remaining portion of Essar's business, of Aegis's business, is between about $260 to $300 million. Is that a fair estimate to make?
Well, Kritika, you know, it's a private transaction with CSP. We are both unlisted. So I would like to just keep it at that, look, we've agreed that it has been sold for an undisclosed amount. I think at closing, I guess, you know, it's a more relevant stage to sort of disclose.
Okay. But is it a roundabout fair estimate to make? That's been the analyst view, that has been the estimated view of this remaining business.
Well, again, as I said, let's just let it be undisclosed for the time being.
Okay. Can I at least say that, you know, I remember $600 million was the value of the US, Costa Rica, as well as the Philippines business, which had been sold in 2014. That was about $600 million. I don't want to do the math, but net, the value of Aegis was touted to be 4 years ago, $1 billion. Is that a fair figure? Let me take that to Sandip.
Well, as Sudip said, you know, we can't get into the specifics of this deal, but I think that, yes, it is true to say that overall, if you look at all the components of Aegis, it's going to be close to $1 billion.
$1 billion. Okay. So let me understand what's in it for Essar then. Essar will be exiting the entire BPO business as a whole. Where will the debt proceeds, where will the capital proceeds be used? What portion of the group debt can this contribute in bringing down?
So as you know, Kritika, the way Essar is structured, you know, this sale proceeds goes to Essar and effectively gets used for repayment of debt. Finally, you know, which exact debt gets repaid is something which gets decided at that level, right? Okay. What I can confirm to you is for sure that the proceeds are being used for repayment of debt.
It is being made. Okay. Over when? By when will the transaction be closed, and by when can that debt reduction take place? Can you give me a timeline?
So as we said, again, you know, we are expecting the transaction to close by end of Q1 this quarter, this financial year. And as a result of that, the proceeds would be used for repayment of debt. So
by the end of Q1, the capital should come in?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Let me also ask you about AGC Networks. AGC Networks is the listed entity that Essar still has, which deals into IT. You are exiting BPO, yes, but what happens to AGC Networks then?
So look, AGC Networks is a separate business. It's got nothing to do with the BPO business that Essar has. It is a separate listed company on the BSE and continues to be listed, has a separate management, separate board, and it's in a different business segment altogether. It's basically covers the IT business for Essar.
All right, so that's the management of Essar detailing the sale of